Okay, so this is part 3 of our lecture on stoichiometry, and for this part, I'm going to discuss first the percentage by mass, no? The percentage composition. So the percentage composition by mass of a compound is the percent by mass of each element in a compound, okay? So basically, ang ibig sabihin lang nun, for example, meron tayong ammonia. So, the nitrogen and the hydrogen together, combined, yung kanilang percentage by mass is equal to 100%. Pero depende doon sa ating computation kung ilang percent yung attributed kay nitrogen or kay hydrogen. Pwede nating sabihin na itong compound na ito ay sabihin natin 85% nitrogen and 15% hydrogen. Yun yung ibig sabihin ng, pero hindi ko to kinompute ha. Pero basically, yun yung concept ng percent by mass. Yung buong compound is equal to 100%. Kino-compute mo yung specific percentages per element. So, ano yung formula? N times the molar mass of the element. Saan galing yung molar mass ng element? Saan galing yan? Sa periodic table pa rin. Lagi natin gagamitin yung ating periodic table pag tayo ay nagsosolve over the mass of the compound. Mass of the compound, ibig sabihin the entire compound times 100. So, I'll show you how to use this formula. Okay? So, for example, you were asked to get the percentage composition of ammonia. Okay. So, pag sinabi natin percentage composition per element ito, no? So, dalawa yung calculation natin. 1% nitrogen, 1% hydrogen. Okay. So, i-elaborate ko lang yung ating formula. So, N is the subscript. Ito yung subscript, no? This is the number of atoms. So, if you're going to get the percentage composition of nitrogen, that is equal to, ano yung subscript ng nitrogen mo? It's 1 times the molar mass of the element. Okay, punta tayo sa periodic table natin. Ayan, just a moment. Ayan. So, ang ating molar mass is 14.00. That's the molar mass of the element. Sino yung element na kinocompute mo? Si nitrogen. Kaya kay nitrogen yung kinuha natin. Over the mass of the entire compound. Okay? So, the mass of the entire compound. So, what is the compound? It's ammonia. So, etong mass ng compound, this is the molecular mass of the entire compound. So, how do you get the molecular mass? Step 1, enumerate the elements. So, nitrogen and hydrogen. Step 2, count the number of atoms. Ilan si nitrogen? Isa. Si hydrogen, ilan? Tatlo. Step 3, multiply with the atomic weight. Si nitrogen ay 14.00 at si ating hydrogen, it's 1.01. Next, get the total. This is 14.00. This is 3.03. Is equal to 17.03. Anong unit ng molar mass? It's gram per mole. Pero take note kasi gram per mole din naman ito. So, kung ilalagay mo dito sa baba, 17.03 gram per mole, magka-cancel lang yung ating units. Kaya minsan hindi ko na nilalagay kasi parang para hindi masyadong occupado yung space, no? Okay? Kasi magka-cancel naman yung units times 100. So, input this in your calculator. So, 1 times 14 divided by 17.03 times 100. Do not forget the times 100. So, the percent nitrogen is equal to 82.21%. 2 decimal places lagi kapag percentage. Okay? Burahin ko na ito, no? Dito natin sa baba ilagay yung percent hydrogen. So, yung calculated molar mass ng ammonia is what? It is 17.03 gram per mole. So, tapos na ba yung calculation? Hindi pa. Kasi yung sa nitrogen pa lang yung nakukuha mo. Hindi mo pa nakukuha yung sa isang element, si hydrogen. So, what is the percent hydrogen? So, that is equal to N. The N is the number of atoms. Ilan si hydrogen dito? Tatlo. Times The atomic weight of hydrogen, the element alone is 1.01 over the mass of the entire compound, 17.03 times 100. Ayan. So, 3.03 divided by 17.03 times 100, that is equal to 17.79%. Ayan. So, ibig sabihin, if the entire compound is equal to 100%, 82.21% ng composition ay nitrogen at yung 17.79% ay hydrogen. So, dapat pag pinag-add natin yung 82.21 at saka yung 17.79, dapat approximately equal to 100 siya or equal to 100. That class is the percentage composition. So, again, ano yung rationale behind these computations? Kung yung buong ammonia daw ay 100%, yung percent nitrogen daw doon ay 82.21% and yung percent hydrogen ay 17.79%. So, gagawin ko yung isa. I'll do water. You try to do the sodium chloride on your own. So, here, determine the percent composition of water. Kunin daw natin yung percent composition ni water. What is the formula? N times the molar mass of the elements over the mass of the compound. It is equal, times 100. Ayan. So, this is the formula for percentage composition. So, how many elements does the water molecule have? Dalawa, hydrogen and oxygen. So, we have to get for the percentage composition of hydrogen and oxygen. So, let's get first the mass of the compound. The mass of the compound is the entire compound, ha? So, step 1, enumerate the elements, hydrogen and oxygen. Step 2, count the number of atoms. Ilan si hydrogen? Dalawa. Oh. Si oxygen, ilan? Isa. Times the atomic weight. The atomic weight, again, the periodic table. Let's bring out the periodic table. Hydrogen is 1.01. Oxygen is 15.99. Ayan. 15.99. So, if you get the total of this, the total is 18.01 gram per mole. So, let's get first the percent hydrogen. So, ilan yung hydrogen sa water molecule? Dalawa. So, 2 times the molar mass of the element. Ano yung molar mass ng element? Anong molar mass ng element na to? 1.01 over 18.01 times 100. Again, hindi ko na sinusulat yung units kasi nga nagka-cancel naman sila. So, input this in your calculator. So, 2 times 1.01 divided by 18.01 times 100. So, this is 11.22% hydrogen. Next, tapos na ba? Hindi pa. Kakalculate pa natin yung sa oxygen. So, ilan si oxygen? Wala siyang subscript sa automatic. That's 1. So, this is 1 times the molar mass of oxygen, the element, 15.99 over 18.01 times 100. So, input that in your calculator. Multiply it by 100. Don't forget to do that. It's equal to 88.78%. So, class, if you add the two values, they should be more or less equal to 100. So, anong ibig sabihin nun? Kung 100% yung buong compound natin, 11.22% daw nun ay hydrogen at yung 88.78% nun ay oxygen. So, ganun lang kadali yung percentage composition, class. Napakadali niya. Okay, so that's it. Try to do the sodium chloride on your own and try to determine the percent composition of glucose. Try to do this on your own, no? Ayan, though you have a copy of this, may mga sagot naman na siya. And then on our next lecture, I will be discussing how to get the empirical formula.